friends, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Laura, or lauraxstitches, and I'm here for my January 2019 update. Happy New Year, everybody. Last time I was here, it was just after Christmas, but just before New Year's. So yeah, so I hope you had a really good New Year's. We had a really good time. As you know, I went away for a week with Matt and his brothers and their partners and some friends, and it was a really good week. We had a really good time. Yeah, it was good. We had a really good time. Now, there's a bit to talk about, so I'm going to run you through what I'm going to talk about today. I've got one shout out and some life stuff to talk about, which I'll do at the start. And I think what I'm going to do is pop in some times in the description, so if you want to skip anything, you can just click on the time that you want to see. I've got 2 finishes, I've got whips, I've got a haul, I've got a couple of stories to do with my haul, and I've got plans and my, as I do every time I film, the giveaway. So I have some water here, and I'm going to tell you why I'm going to need a fair bit this week or this month or just now. So today is my last day of holidays. So today is Monday the 28th. It is the public holiday for Australia Day in Australia. That was actually on Saturday the 26th, but because it was a weekend, we have the next weekday as a public holiday. So I go back to school tomorrow, the kids come back Wednesday, and we're back in it for another year, and I'm really looking forward to getting back to school. I love holidays, don't get me wrong. Teachers love having some time off, because as much as everyone teases us about it, we do actually need it. I know most people need it for their jobs, but it is nice to have. But I really love my job, and I'm really excited to go back to school. I've got lots of new ideas happening, lots of new roles and stuff, so I'm pumped, ready. Last week I spent 3 full days at school doing the classroom, and I've spent bits and pieces of my holidays at school just sorting some stuff out. Last year a teacher from school left to go to a different school, and a lot of his stuff came into my room, so I needed to kind of sort out all that kind of stuff. So that's all done. Now I'm looking a little bit red. I normally look red, but I'm looking a little bit extra red. This weekend I was away, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about that later because it has to do with cross stitch. So today Matt kind of wanted to do something together. I was planning on doing a bit of cleaning around the craft room, filming a video, and FFOing stuff and stitching. That was my day planned in my head. And then he was like this morning, we should go somewhere. And I kind of was like, no, I don't want to, but he was really excited. So we ended up going to a place in Victoria called Mount Buller, and it is, I sound like my dog. It is a mountain that is known for the snowy time. So in winter, Matt goes up there a lot and snowboards. I do not partake in snowboarding, but we decided to go up there and have a look around. He's never been there in summer, and neither have I, so it was cool to go up there. We left about 9:30 this morning, went up there, and then we got there and we were wandering around, and I am not fit. I'm not a fit person. I'm not a small person. I have a bit of weight to drag around, and so even just going up and down this one little bit, which wasn't even mountain climbing, it was like literally in the village, I was puffed. And I was like, are you okay? And so we eventually went to the summit. So you drive a bit, or you can walk it, but we drove this one bit, and then we got out of the car, and then we climbed up a steep hill, which was a lot. But we took some beautiful photos on the way, and then we climbed up some like stone steps right up to the top, and it was breathtaking. It was so beautiful. So I'm really glad we did that, and I'm pretty proud of myself for getting to the top without having a heart attack. So it was really fun. But I have a little bit of burn. It was only 18 degrees Celsius there, but the UV rays are a lot. It's been in the 40 degrees Celsius here the last couple of weeks. So the hottest day I think we had here was 45 or 46 degrees, which is I think around about 115 Fahrenheit or a little bit higher. I can't really remember. You can have a look if you're very, very interested. So it was 18 degrees there. It was beautiful. It was lovely. And then we got back in. It was like 10 degrees hotter, which is fine because it's not 45 degrees. It was 28, which is good. But it does get you. I'm feeling a little bit warm here. So I'm guessing tomorrow I'm going to wake up with a bit more of redness here and up here, but my arms are okay. There's a little bit of red there, but that's just from being hot. So Matt's really burnt, and I usually get burnt, but he got real bad, so I was really excited. Not really, poor thing. It must be really painful. We put some aloe on it, so hopefully he's okay. I need to edit that bit out, and then I just spit water all over my face. Quick shout out before I continue on with a couple of little things. My friend Carly has started doing floss tube, and I think she did a video after my last one, and she's just released one on the weekend. So she's been in between my videos, so I've been able to shout her out. So Carly is awesome. Her floss tube name is lauraxstitches, and I'll link her below. She's another Aussie. If you like full coverage stuff, go watch her and subscribe to her. She has beautiful full coverage projects. She also has non-full coverage. She's doing a Lizzie Kate, the Halloween ABCs. She's doing some, I think they're Little House or Country Cottage, I can't remember. Really cute other ones as well. Plus she's doing like three active haids or 4 active haids. Amazing. So go and watch her. She's only been stitching since July last year. Her first finish was a haid, which is pretty incredible. So I meet up with Carly every couple of months as part of our stitching meetup that we go to, and I talk to her most days. She's great. I did go to a meetup this month that we go to, and that was really fun. And I also went on a trip this weekend, which I think I'll save to haul to talk about, because there's a fair bit to talk about there, and if you want to skip it, you can. We're really far into the video. I'm not usually this far in with life, so if you skipped, welcome back. I have a fair bit to show you today. I've been working with my new rotation, which has been working on a whip till a goal is finished, spinning the wheel for so I spin the wheel for the whip, complete the goal, spin the wheel for a new small start, anything under 100 by 100. I either finish that or work on it till I'm bored, and then spin the wheel for whip focus, finish that goal, then go back to the smaller if I didn't finish, or I spin the wheel for a new one if I did finish. Plans are changing as they do, but I think I figured something out. The next couple of months are a bit special, so I'm going to talk about those in plans. But when you last saw me, I was working on Snowy Dog. Now, I can't remember who this is by, and if I remember to edit it in, I will. It's an Etsy pattern. I finished it, so I actually, because I print them off, I just kind of recycle the pattern. So this is what it looks like all done. This was stitched on like a Sparkly's Fabric at the month, and I don't remember which month it was, but they're kind of exclusive ones, I think. So, little derpy dog. So it has French knots there, and on the snowflake. It has 2 different colour eyes because it's a husky, and I think it's really cute. That didn't take very long at all to stitch. It was a really nice size to work on. There's lots of different colours and some blends in there, but it looks really cool. So I really want to finish this and pop it up because Matt really likes huskies, and he bought this for me, so I wanted to do that pretty soon after he bought it. I'm really happy with that. Yay, a finish. This was finished just before New Year's, so not my first finish of the year. Just so we know. Now I've got stuff piled up here, so I'm going to have to just like fling it around. Let's be careful with that though. What did I work on next? Then I spun the wheel and it picked the Fantasy Cell by Lakeside Needlecraft, and I'll pop in a picture here of what it looks like finished and also what it looked like the last time you saw it. Now I did actually work on this twice. The wheel picked it twice, so I'll kind of just show you the whole thing now instead of going back and forth between it of what I finished. This is being stitched on a piece of 32 count Jobelin by Colour Cascade Fabrics in Forbidden Fruit, and the needle minder was 3D printed by Matt for me. So here we have this piece now. So I finished this page of border here. Yep, that was started. The blue border of the border was already done. I just needed to fill it in, and that took me, I think, a good day of stitching. I only worked on it one day though, and then it spun it again and I did that page there. So now I have 2 pages of border left and 2 characters to do. So what I'll do next time this comes up is I will do the next page of border, which is underneath the goblin at the bottom, and then when it comes up again I'll do the mermaid, which is in the middle at the top. Then I'll go back to the border and finish that off, and then I'll finish it off completely with the phoenix. I wanted to finish with the phoenix because it's my favourite, and I thought it was nice to kind of go in between border and characters, so pretty exciting. I found the border really, really enjoyable to do. I found it the best way for me to do it was to colour complete, so I did one colour of it all, then the next, and then I backstitch last, and we're almost there. That one I'm really hoping to get done this year. It is definitely a focus for a finish, that one, and I'll explain what that means a bit later. So that popped up twice during the month of January, which I was very excited about. So I think after I finished the first page of border that I just talked about, I spun the wheel for a new start, a new small start, and the wheel picked this piece. It's called Bound Hearts, and it's designed by Whispered by the Wind. I decided to stitch this version with the thread that I chose. I thought it would look cool. This version's really pretty too, and that would have been a lot quicker than that one. But what I did with this piece is that I did half, because it's split into 2 pages, the pattern. So I did half, then I stopped and worked on a whip, and then I came back to it and finished it off. So this was my first finish for 2019. Oh, do I have the fabric thing? I don't remember which fabric this is, but I know it was a limited edition that somebody had sent me. I think it was Adele. So I'm not gonna mention it because I don't think you can get it, but this is what it looks like. So the fabric's like an orangey, pinky, bluey colour. And have I got a thread on there? Nope, that's a random thing. The thread is a cottage garden thread in Butterfly, and that's an Australian company. They're beautiful threads. So it had blues, greens, orange and pink to purple in there. Now you can probably tell, but I'll show you if you can't. In this quarter here, the blues are a lot brighter than in the rest of the piece. I actually finished my skein of it when I got to this part here, and then I went to the meetup and I bought another skein, and then I finished it off that day. So it is a bit brighter, but I really actually love the effect of it. I love this piece. In stitching this piece, I think I figured out that I'm not kind of one of these stitches. I don't know. I really loved the way it finished, but I didn't really enjoy the process a whole lot. I did, however, really enjoy using this thread, so maybe that will help me if I have another piece that's similar. I can use a cool thread, and maybe that will help. But not my top kind of genre of stitching, I guess. But it really does look cool, and I'm excited to frame that. I'm thinking a hoop. Let me know what you think. It would actually be a really cute cushion, but I don't know if I'm ready for that. But I may do that. It's really nice. So, first finish of the year. Now I'm kind of a bit muddled up as to what I did next, but I'll show you my Kings and Queens of the UK by Clouds Factory. Here's a picture of what that will look like when it's finished, and also what it looked like last time. I'm stitching this as a kind of sell with myself. Each month I do a king or a queen. I'm stitching this on a piece of Colour Cascade Fabrics 32 count Lugana, and it was a fabric of the month for end of 2017, early 2018, I think. I'm not 100% sure, but here we are now. This needle minder is from Once Upon a Needle Minder on Facebook. Don't think I missed any of those yet. Okay, so who did we stitch? We stitched Henry the 4th. I think we're up to the 4th. Yes, we are. He was nice and quick, not a whole lot to him. In stitching Henry, I finished my DMC Light Effects gold, and then at the meetup I bought a spool of Chronic that will match it. as best as it can. I'm not really too fussed about that. I may need to use 2 strands of it, I'm not sure, because this was quite thick. So loving that. I'll do another one of those in February sometime at some point. At some point during the month, the Whip Focus Wheel spun Renaissance Mermaid by Mirabilia, and I'll pop in a picture here of where I was last time, and I'll show you what she'll look like when she's finished, because I have the chart for this one. This is in a Taran bag, handmade by T.ZIR. I will pop a link to her, as I always do, in the description. So this is Renaissance Mermaid. She's beautiful. And this is being stitched on a piece of 32 count Jovelin in Oasis by Colour Cascade Fabrics. And there we are now. This needle minder was gifted to me by Belinda and Itch to Cross Stitched. And I'll just zoom in on what I worked on, because we finally got to her tail. So my goal for this was to kind of finish the page that I was on. This pattern has a back to front, so I finished the front, and all those gaps in there that you can see are for beads, so there'll be kind of like a loopy pattern like that. So there's 2 colours of Chronic and 2 Karen water lilies in there, but it is really pretty and I really enjoyed working on that. She's coming along, so technically she's halfway. Her tail is quite big, but there's not heaps of colours in there, so I'm pretty happy with that. She's another one that is in my sights to finish this year. Okay, what's next? After I finished Bound Hearts, and then I think I did that second page of border on the Fantasy Cell, I spun the wheel for my next new small start, and it chose one that I've been really looking forward to doing, and it is a series, but each of these patterns I'm calling one whip, and that is the Less is More series by Lizzie Kate. The first one is Fear Less, Hope More, and I have converted the whole series into threads that I have. I did have to purchase some on my weekend away this weekend, and I'll talk about that later, but the rest are all a mix. There's some silks for you, there is some e-designs, and I haven't been able to find e-designs at all on the internet. I bought a thing of their overnight cottons on Aussie cross stitch stash unload, oh my god, and I've never been able to find them again. So yeah, I don't know. There's, what else have I got? I think it's mostly those, and I've got some weeks and I've got some Gentle Arts in there as well, which are called for, but the rest I've kind of used the ones I already had. I try to do that as much as possible, and I'm going to be doing that as much as I can with the smalls, because I've got lots of beautiful threads I would like to use. So yes, I decided to do this as the full thing, which I'll kind of show you here. So it'll end up looking like that. It's a free border that Lizzie Kate provides on their website, and on the website they have all of the how many skeins you're going to need. So I kind of use that, and you can see here, I'll quickly flip, but the border's different there than it is here. Here's, it's wavy, and here it's actually a check border. That's completely omitted. You kind of just do that border in between each one, and then there's a decorative border at the bottom. So I'll show you where I'm up to. This is my current small that I'm working on, so excuse the Q snap, but that's everything there. This needle minder was a needle minder obsessions. There you go. So I've done the words Fear Less, and I kind of had to stop after doing the words and the flowers because I'd run out of threads that I had that I could use without potentially miscounting. And this is a piece of 32 count linen. I don't know what it is. It was from my granny. It was just a really nice long skinny piece and perfect for this. So that's what I'm doing it on. Then I bought the threads and I started in the car on the way home with this, and this is Straw by Week Starworks, and that's all that background of the F. And then I'll do this purple flower here. Is there anything else I need to do for that one? I think that's it. And then I will do the border, and then I'll start on Hope More with the flower pot and stuff. I love this a lot. It's really fun to stitch. I love the threads, I love the colours that I've managed to choose. And I think once I'm finished this section, I'll kind of talk about the colours and tell you my conversion, but it's really fun to stitch. I really like it. I can't wait to stitch the rest. But the way that this works is that if, so the next one in this series in the border is Whine Less, Breathe More. But if the last one was to come up, I'd just do the next one on the list. So whatever one gets chosen, I just keep going down the list. This one wasn't actually chosen, it was one of the other ones, but I went from the top. So I need to do the border at the top and the sides, and I'll just keep doing the border as I go down. Love it a lot. It's really, really fun. And the last thing that came up, and I actually chose this whip because we were about to start traveling and we had a 6-hour drive ahead of us on the weekend. I thought I wanted something that was small because I was going to stitch on this, but I didn't have the threads. So I wanted something that was easy to take with me because the wheel picked Pokemon and I was not going to take that with me in the car. So I chose the medieval, what's it called? Magical Medieval Mansion, Castle, Cell, I can't remember what it is. It's designed by Tiny Modernist and run by Lakeside Needlecraft. And here's a picture of where we are. I'll try and put in where we are now, but I think I might just put in where I was last time. And this is on the Q-Snap, so please forgive, but you can see what I've done since then. This is on a piece of 32 count Murano by Sparkleys in, I think it's Welcome to the Forest or Welcome to the Jungle. Do I have it? It's in another Taran bag, by the way. My lovely sausage dog. What's this called? Welcome to the Jungle, there you go. So what did I work on? I decided to keep doing border. There's been 4 parts released. Part 4 was released very recently. Number 1 is the whole border, so I'm working on number 1. Number 2 was the door and the dragon. Number 3 was like there's a knight and something else. And number 4 was so cute. There's two cooks, 2 ladies cooking in the kitchen, and it's really cute. So I worked and finished on this page of border here, completely backstitched it all because I'm not doing that at the end. There's a lot of backstitch. Not really, but there's like enough. And then I've started the one above that, and I'm going to go to the top and work my way across. I think that page is all finished too, so I'll go across and then work down again, and then I will start the rooms. So that's that one. And that's all the whips I worked on, which is actually quite a few, which was really fun. I really enjoyed this month. I think it worked well because I was on holidays. Oh, needle minder, it's beautiful. This is for needle minder obsession as well. Love that needle minder. I think it was fun because I was on holidays and I had the time to do that kind of stuff and get things ready. So that was really cool. I'm going to move into haul now. I'm just going to pack up a couple of things and then I'll be right back with you. So if you are not into haul and you don't want to hear some stories, you can move on to plans or the giveaway, whatever you're up to. So you can have a look at the timestamps below and click on those. Let's move into haul obviously now. I received my final Silks of the Month and Fabric of the Month. I decided to stop those subscriptions. I have lots of each and we're saving money pretty much. So I decided to take those away from me, make some sacrifices, and Matt's doing the same with some stuff he does, so it's all good. So let's go with silks. These are from Silks for You. I'm really sad I can't partake in these anymore, but I do really love them, and these are really cute. So these were from December. They're just beautiful bright colours, really. They're all slightly variegated. That orange one is my favourite, of course. So they're the silks for December. They will come into good use for sure. I'm still going to be purchasing from Silks for You when I need it. I think they're a great company. Beautiful people. Beautiful people. My final fabric of the month from Sparklies was a special one. Fabric of the month special number 3. I don't know what that means. It's 32 count merino, and I'm really happy with it, and it makes me sad I'm not going to be in it anymore, but oh my god. It's kind of like sherbet coloured. It's a little bit more orange than what's coming up, but I love it. And I have so many things I could put on here. It is gorgeous. One of my favourite pieces of fabric in my stash. I will use that very much. Now, I can never fold these up properly. Oh my god. Alright, I think we're there. So they were my last clubs of the month, and that's okay. Then one day at some point we went off shopping. Oh, it was to look for some class furniture because I was buying some furniture for the class. Didn't find anything for that. I sorted that out somewhere else, but I found some lavender and lace charts for $4 each, so I bought all of them. There's 4. Actually 3 lavender and lace, 1's butternut road, but same person. So here they are. We have Earth Angel. We have, who's this? Angel of Spring. We have Ice Angel. That's pretty. And we have Spirit Dancer, and this is the Butternut Road one. Now, I know I won't stitch this. And I don't think I'll stitch the Angel of Spring. But these two, I'm still tossing up on what I'm going to do with them, because I kind of really like them. I'm not sure. I'll have to kind of chat with Matt, because I like to know what he likes and what would go in the house. We're not really angel people. We're not very spiritual. I am probably more than he is, but nothing crazy. So I'm not sure. But I'm going to keep these for a little while. But these will pop up eventually in a giveaway, unless you're like dying for them. But yeah, they'll pop up in a giveaway. So I was excited. $4. Amazing. What's next? Oh my god. I got my unicorn Mirabilia chart that I've always wanted since I saw it in person and online. I love it so much. It came up on Aussie Cross Stitch Stash Unload, and I snagged it because nobody else had, and I don't know why. She's gorgeous. The Fairy Moon. The lady had a duplicate. I'm so happy. So she is amazing. I've always wanted her. This is one of the 25th anniversary copies. I don't care. She's gorgeous. I can't wait to stitch her whenever I get to her. Love it. Love it. When I saw it, I think I actually screamed. I'm not sure. Now, here's where the stories come in. I went for a drive with my mother. We went for a night away. We left Saturday morning, we came back last night. It was pretty crazy. And we drove to a place called Mittagong, and that's in New South Wales. And in Mittagong is a cross-stitch shop. It's a needlework store actually, called Victoria House Needlework, and I know a lot of you would have heard of it, even overseas people. A lot of people would have heard of it before, and it is amazing. But I set it on my stories on Instagram. I've kind of been getting into stories and doing like little mini updates. So if you want to see those, come follow me, come watch them. I ask for your help all the time. I do polls a lot. And I set it, and Deb, lovely Deb, who sent me all those patterns that I've been giving away and is just amazing, she said, I'm on the way to that. Come and hang out with me, and you can come have a coffee and whatever. Turned out to be a hot day, so we didn't have coffee, we had water. But I went and visited Deb, and she was so lovely. So thank you so much, Deb, for opening your home to myself and Mum. We had a really lovely time. She showed us her work and her beautiful craft room, and we just chatted. It was really nice. And she convinced Mum to get a new lamp with a magnifier on it, so that was really cool. So Mum's really looking forward to using that. Mum's really funny. She's like pretty good eyesight, but she's like, I can't see after work. Her eyes get tired. And so Deb was like, come and sit in my chair and have a look at this. And she was like, oh my God. So Mum's getting one of those. And Deb had said, she'd actually messaged me before she knew I was coming and said she had something to send me because I like orange. And then she was like, oh, you're coming, I'll save it and then you can have it when you come here, so it comes in one piece. It's like, what are you talking about? So she'd made something for someone a number of years ago, and it was to go overseas, and she couldn't send it overseas, so she kept it and she's been sitting around, and finally someone has come along that likes orange, because there's not many of us. And it is this beautiful decoration, I think, made of buttons. It says thank you on it because it was a thank you gift, but I don't even care. It's gorgeous. How beautiful and sparkly is that? So I've found a place in this room to hang it. I love it. And it's got some weight. It's pretty weighty, but it's beautiful. And she made a whole bunch of these for people, so I feel pretty special to have one. So thanks, Deb. Now, that's not all. I got there and Deb was like, oh, I was shopping today and I found this and I thought of you. It's a little... excuse me. My dog's just barking. She heard me say dog. It's this little dog. Its head does this. It's fun. You can put like a photo in or a document or something. Oi! I can see you and you can see me. Stop. She's cheeky. It's really cute. So at the moment it's sitting on my bench, like my mental thing, in the dining room, but I'm going to take it to school and pop it on my desk because I think the kids will love it. It is funny. I really like it. And there's more. While I was there was two things. She kind of pulled out this random thread and was like, do you want to use it because it's orange? I was like, what is this? And it's watercolors by Karen. So it's quite a thick thread. You use kind of one ply that's something like that. It's quite a thick thread. So I'll use that for something. I don't know. Maybe write something in it. Don't know. So there's that. I love that I'm getting orange stuff, by the way. It's really fun. And she brought out her box of Mirabilis and Lauracobbits, and it was great because Mum got to see a whole bunch. Because I've just kind of started introducing Mum to those with her present I got her. So yeah, it was really exciting to see a whole bunch of them. And she had a duplicate copy of Nora Corbett. She said, do you want it? I was like, are you sure? This isn't like this tiny thing, it's a whole pattern. She's like, I wouldn't have said it if I didn't mean it. It's like, okay. But I think the person she bought it off, or the company she bought it off, didn't send the picture with it, so she asked for the picture and they got really confused, so they just sent her an extra pattern. They sounded a bit silly. So it's this one, and there's a photocopy picture on it because she wanted to know what it was when she could just glance at it. So that's why this bit looks funny. So it's the Bella Rose and Bella Hydrangea. And I didn't realise how small they were. They're not like tiny, but they're small. So that's really cool. I'm really excited to have those. They're very pretty. I really, really like this one, the rose one. But they're both gorgeous. So thank you so much, Deb. Seriously, what an awesome trip. Thank you so much. Then I went to the shop, well, left Deb's, got to our hotel, got changed, went out for dinner really early because we were really hungry. Came home, came back to the hotel. It was hot, the air conditioner sucked, it was steamy. We watched some tennis, we went to sleep. And then the next day in the morning we checked out, had a nice breakfast, and then we went to the Victoria House Needlework shop. And it is so beautiful, I can't describe. I get what you guys in America are like now with your shops, because I haven't been to one like that before, and it was incredible. There was rooms full of stuff, which is just unheard of here. There was a thread room, like, oh my God. Yeah, it was really exciting. And a Mirabilis room. We'll get to it. Anyway, Lorna the Ladybird Stitcher met me there, and I hadn't seen Lorna for about a year since the Mirabilis retreat last year, so it was so good to see her. We caught up, we were looking around at stuff, we were finding things. We found something for her, and I'm sure she'll tell you about that in her next video. But she gave me a little gift, which is so sweet. She didn't have to. She's like, it's for your drive home. And it was a box of chocolates, which have not been opened. We were very good. And she also gave me this, which is the 25-year anniversary little booklet with that pattern in it, which I love. It is so cool and it's small. I keep saying that, but it's nice to find some small things sometimes. It like fits like that. Awesome. So thank you very much for this, Lorna. That was really, really sweet, and it was so good to see you. It was so good. And like, I was messaging Lorna afterwards. I said, I wish we were closer, because we would be like best friends. I'd love to see her all the time. So I'm gonna have to go back and visit her as soon as possible. I think I need to go back to that shop and spend some more time in there. We were there, Mum and I and Lorna, we were there for about half an hour and a half. So I'm going to show you what I purchased there. The biggest purchase of the whole thing was these needles. Very, very huge purchase. Really out of my comfort. I'm going to stop. I got some needles. I got some threads, and these were for the Lizzie Kate I'm doing. There's my words. So some Gentle Arts. I don't really need to go through them, I'll do it another time. And some Weeks. And oh my god, I helped my mum kit up a kit in Weeks in Gentle Arts. And it cried. It was so exciting. I think when she finishes that, I'm going to need to like bring her on and she can show it off or something, because she needs to. She's amazing. I got 6 patterns. I feel like I restrained myself so well. I found 3 that I didn't know I was going to get, and the other 3, amazing. I don't know. I wasn't really looking for any patterns in particular. I was looking for those threads. The rest I was like, whatever speaks to me, I'm just going to get them. So I'm going to show you. I got 3 from one particular designer, and I'm sure you can guess exactly who that is. But I'll show you the other 3 first. So this one I'd never seen before. That's my receipt. I need to keep that away from Matt. This one I'd never seen before. I think I'd heard of the design. It's Blue Ribbon Designs, and it's the Alphabet Zoo and Alphabetical Animal Sampler. And it was stitched up in the shop, and I saw it. I was like, I love that. It's really cute. I'm not going to do it in this color. I think I'll do it in a different color. But these are all really manageable sized blocks. It's not gigantic at all. The model was, this is stitched on 40 count, and I have a feeling that one in the shop was as well. Well, the stitch count is 254 by 163, so it's like big, but it's not. These are easily done in a day, easily. So I love it. I love it so much, and I love the fact that there's a unicorn for you. So cute. That was really exciting to find. A surprise. And I got 2 Glendon Place patterns from the dessert collection. This one is Rainbow Parfait. This was Mum's favorite one. I got one that you can see, and then I was like, I might get another one. So that's super pretty. It's done in Dinky Dyes and beads, which I'll probably kit up unless I have really similar ones in my stash, but I don't think I do. And you need like 2 skeins of each thing, so I'm probably just gonna have to buy them. Oh no. And I also got Baked Alaska, because it's blue and Matt likes blue, and it means it's more likely to go up in the house. So that's really cool. I'm very happy with that. So there are 3 other designer ones, and then of course I got 3 Mirabellas because they were there. Now let's go through these in this order will do. Now the first one is the first Mirabilia I ever saw and fell in love with. I was looking through and I was like, nah, and then I saw this one. I can't believe I never got it. It's Rapunzel. I really, really like her, and I've seen her in person, and she's stunning. Yeah, love Rapunzel. Love that there's like a border thing. It's just so elegant and beautiful, and her hair with the flowers, there's like a few flower treasures and beautiful beads, and oh my god, this green, is that a Karen? No, there's no Karen in it, it's DMC. It's stunning. Love Rapunzel. So that was really exciting to get. I have these 2 other ones, and then I went back in the room with Mum and Lorna. I was like, I want another one. Which one should I get? And Mum was looking around. She's picking out a few. She picked one that I almost got that I realised I actually have. I'm really glad I didn't do that, because that would have been a waste of my time.
And then I said something about Rapunzel being the first one I ever saw, and she was like, that makes your decision easy. And she grabbed it and put it in my bag. I was like, okay. Now this one I've never seen before. I've never seen it stitched. Obviously it has been, but I've never seen it been done. And I saw it in person, the pattern. I was like, oh yeah. And then I looked up at the wall and there was this beautiful girl. I was like, oh my God, she's gorgeous. I want her. I looked back at the pattern and then I looked back at her and I was like, that's her. She's stunning. It's this gorgeous lady. She's actually a fairy and it's Fairy Flora, and this is MD7. I think she is beautiful. That fabric does nothing for her though. It needs a different fabric. She's like all this stuff in here. Oh my God, she's so pretty. And in person, like, unbelievable. There's lots of blending filament, but it's all pretty much DMC. There's 4 different types of blending filament in there. But she's just, I really like her, really do. And the last one, bargain central. Oh my God, there was a few Mirabilias there for like $5. So we're having a look through them, and there was like a couple of copies of this one, and I picked it up and had a look, and I was like, yeah. And Lorna was like, yeah. So we both got it. And it's the Enchanted Dreamer. $5. $5 is awesome, by the way. And this is what it says on the back, because I love it when Lorna reads them, so I'm going to read you one. Formed of colours only found in mystical glades or in Nora Corbett's watercolour palette, this sleepy beauty snuggles into slumber, ivory arms wrapped around a golden jewel-tasseled pillow. Awash in shades of shell, coral, celadon, I don't know that colour, that's probably said wrong, and evening blue, with touches of fairy dust, of course, she'll drift off happily in any wood-panelled music room, softly lit hallway, or elegant bedchamber. Remember, stitch quietly. Oh, how cute is that? So Lorna and I will stitch that together eventually. Oh, she's so pretty. Just looks so peaceful. I love it. That's my haul. I was really excited. I love that shop. The owner was beautiful and so helpful, and it was great. So I'm going to go back again. I think I'm going to take Carly with me because she needs to go. That Mirabilia room, I could have stayed there all day and bought all of them. I'm glad I didn't though, because it was nice to see some other ones. Can you please stop it? She just wags her tail at me. Stop! You naughty. Okay, haul's done. Welcome back to the people that didn't want to stay for haul. I said that really rude, I'm sorry. Okay, now let's go on to giveaway. I'm going to go through the rules first, and then I'll talk about who won what and what's happening this month. So please be 18 or over to enter. If you're under 18, I will need your parents' or guardians' permission to excuse me, to get your address, as I'll need to send them to you. Now some of these patterns will be paper or magazine patterns, and I will fold them. So if you don't want patterns folded and sent to you, don't enter for those ones. And if you don't like magazine patterns, don't enter for those. You can enter for any of the ones that I show. It could be all of them, it could be one, I don't really care. I randomly draw them just before I do my video. I usually don't comment on comments, I usually just say them, and people are pretty good about responding. If you don't respond within a month, I'll say it again in my next video. And then if there's no response after that, then I'll do it again, because I think 2 months is a fair bit of time to catch up on FlossTube. If it's a small kit, for example, like this one, it obviously won't be folded. This won't be folded either. It'll just be popped in a smaller envelope. I'm happy to send anywhere in the world. Doesn't matter. Okay. Any other rules? Not sure. I think that's about it. So the first one I'm going to give away is a Deb pattern. Now when I say a Deb pattern, Deb, who I was talking about before, who I visited, she sent me a whole bunch of kits and patterns to give away and magazines to look through, which I haven't done yet. I haven't needed to yet. I'm still got some magazine patterns to give away. So if I say a Deb something, it's because it's from her, which is so sweet. So it was the I Love Meerkats, and I had a few people enter for this one, and Anastasia Neko, you won this one.
So if you could just either send me an email, which I'll put my email in the description, or send me a message on Instagram. I'm lauraxstitches with your address, and I will get that to you as soon as I can. Now school's going back, so it's actually going to be easier for me to go to the post office technically, because I'll be going out of the house more, but it just depends on what time I get there and stuff. So please be patient with me. Some people have followed up before, which is fine. Don't feel bad if you want to follow up and say, where is it? I'll just let you know if I have or haven't sent it, or when I'm going to be able to do that. So that's that one. So congratulations, Anastasia. The next one was another Deb one, and this was Pursuit. It was a Margaret Sherry, and Shirley KX Stitch, she won this one. So same thing, just a message on Instagram or an email, just with your address, and I'll get that to you as soon as I can. It's a very cute little kitty. Next was my Geeky Stitch & Co. one. So I'm giving away all the Geeky Stitch & Co. patterns that I have. And it was donuts this time. Some donuts, had a little party. It's a really small one, but it's adorable. And Seaweed Otter, you won this one. I have your address, so you don't need to send me anything, as in your address, because I have it. So I'll send this to you as soon as I can, and that will just be folded up in an envelope. And the last one, and I've just dropped these other ones, was from a magazine, and this was the one that I had the call out for, and the person didn't claim it, so I did it again. And the person that won this was Dana Boyce. You won the sampler. I'm going to fold that up and send that to you as well. If you could just send me your address via email or Instagram, that would be amazing. Yay! This month, what are we doing? That one's going to be next month, I've decided. Okay, let's talk through them. So the Geeky Stitch & Co. pattern will be Hug It Out. I have stitched this one previously, it's in the cupboard. I can't get it out right now, but have a look at my Instagram if you want to see what it looks like stitched up. If you would like to stitch this, just say in your comment somewhere, I would like to stitch the cactus. Just cactus, not cacti, just cactus. That'll be fine. It's really cute, that one. Comes with, I guess it's a colour pattern there, but there's also a normal one and your colour listing here. Now that one will be folded, just a heads up. The next one is the Deb one, and this was from Helen Phillips. It must have been a freebie with a magazine. I can't tell by the writing which one it was, but it's this. It's called Live, Laugh, Love. It's like a little sampler. It is 74 high by 65 wide in stitch count. And it's got the DMC anchor and Madeira colours at the back. If you'd like to stitch this, just say, I would like to stitch stitch the love. Oh, that's nice. I would like to stitch the love, and I'll know that you would like this one. This one will probably, I probably won't fold that one because it's just, yeah, don't know. I'll decide. It says on the back, finish in less than a week, so you better when you get it. Okay, the next one is one of mine. I have this morning gone through those two magazine files there, which are all my patterns, and culled a whole bunch, like ruthlessly culled. So I have some extra ones to give away over the next few videos, and one of them is a magazine one, and this is from Cross Stitch Crazy, the Christmas 2016 issue, and it's this Christmas wreath. It's really cute. I'm just really not into Christmas stitching. I don't know what's wrong with me. Everyone loves it. I'm just like not. I'm just not. And let me see, it's 129 high by 130 wide. Who was it designed by? It doesn't say. Apologies, I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know. You'll also get some extra ones on the back of a dog and a van and some hearts, in case you wanted those as well. So if you'd like to stitch this one, just say, I would like to stitch the wreath. And normally I only do 3, but I'm going to do 4 again this week, because when I finish my smalls, I'm going to be giving away those patterns unless I promise them or someone else has asked for them. And the one I finished this month that I will be able to give away is Bound Hearts by Whispered by the Wind. So if you would like to stitch this, just say, I would like to stitch the hearts, and I'll know you would like to be entered for that one. It comes with both of these patterns. So there's 2 pages each, so 4 pages, and there's no particular colours. They tell you what they stitch them in, but you choose. So yeah, and you saw kind of what that looked like. That was on a 32 count, stitched 2/2, in case you're wondering for size. So I'd like to stitch the hearts. Giveaways, done. Okay, last thing we need to talk about is plants. Now, I have decided, and if you watch my story on Instagram, you kind of know about this. I was kind of mulling over a few things. I was catching up on floss tube and people were saying things. I was like, oh, I should have done that. So I'm changing some things. So I have 4 patterns that are apart from Pokemon, 4 patterns that I started in 2017, and then like my oldest ones, and I would like to start finishing those off and beginning new ones. So I really wanted to incorporate that somehow, whether that instead of my wheel for focus whips, my focus whips turned into those ones, something like that. But then I also wanted to work on other things, and it was just getting really confusing. So I've come up with a new 5-day rotation. It's going to kind of work like this. I'm going to try to remember it off the top of my head. The first 5 days of the month will be Epic Pokemon, because it's not seeing enough time and it's really hard for me to get motivation to work on it. But when I do, it's all good. So 5 days is a nice amount of time on that one. Then I will do 5 days on a 2017 start, and there's 4 of those. It's the Fantasy Sale, Renaissance Mermaid, Fast Food by Stitcherovia, and Princess Collection by Soda Stitch. The last 2 you haven't seen in a while because they haven't been a focus, but they will start to be. And they're on a wheel. I'll talk about the wheel in a moment. The next thing I'll do is 5 days on the small that I'm currently working on. So that small thing's still happening in there. Then I'll do 5 days. Hang on, how many is that? Epic Pokemon 2017 small. There'll be 5 days on focus to finish, and there's 3 of those at the moment. There's Fast Food by Stitcherovia, because it's quite small. I think I could finish that this year if it came up enough times. Renaissance Mermaid, and the Fantasy Sale. Then there's another week on my small, and then there's another week. So there's 6 5-day rotations in a month of a 30-day month, and the last one will be on a cell. Now my cells at the moment are the Kings and Queens of the UK, so I'll do that first, and then I'll go to the mansion cell that I talked about before and showed you before. If there's any extra days, I'll probably just do, it'll only be 1, so I'll just do an extra day on the cell or something like that. I'll just pick something, I don't know. Now what will happen is usually I will come on here at just before the end of the month, like I am today, and I'll spin the wheel for the 2017 focus and the focus to finish, and so I'll do that with you on camera because I think that'd be fun. And then you'll know exactly what I'm going to be stitching on for 5 or for 10 days really of that month, which is cool. I like that. Now this was done at like 9 o'clock at night or something. I thought of this thing, wrote it down in my diary, awesome, done. Next morning I wake up and Adele's made a post on the Frooks group. And you all know what I'm talking about, people in the Frooks group. She made a post saying she's going to do monogamous February, which means she's going to work on 1 piece for the whole month, and she's going to have a little backup piece for 1 day a week. And she's going to be working on the medieval castle cell or medieval mansion cell. And I have that too. We both decided to do it kind of at the same time. I was like, oh, I'm going to do that as well. So what I'm going to do for all of February is work on the castle and do that every day. My backup piece will be my small that I'm working on, which will be the Lizzie Kate one. Now she's done it, because of how Facebook events work, she's done 2 different events. So there's 2 weeks and then 2 weeks. I'll do the 2 weeks and then I'll see how I'm going. I think I'm going to still be okay, but it'll just see how we go. And then if not, I'll switch to a rotation, or I'll just keep working on it depending on how I'm feeling. So I'm really looking forward to it because I'm doing the same one as Adele, so we'll be able to help each other kind of work along with that. Now coming up as well, so my rotation's not happening until March. Speaking of March, Poke March is happening again. Poke March is an event in the the Pokemon Cross Stitches group on Facebook that I admin. I made this group start of last year or end of 2017, I can't remember, for anyone stitching something to do with Pokemon. We did an event in March, which was a different theme for the first 2 weeks of March, and then the rest of the event was just to work on Pokemon. So I actually worked on Pokemon every single day in March last year. So I'm going to do the same thing this year. I'm still figuring out the days and what that's going to look like, but I will get to that. So if you're a Pokemon stitcher and you would like to join us, I'll put a link in the description below. And if you're already in that group, you should definitely participate in Pokemarch. I know lots of people are excited already, so it's very, very cool. So that is about it. What's happening over the next month for me? I'm back at school. February is my birthday month, so my birthday is right near the end of February, so that will be happening. What else is going on? I think that's about it. February's pretty packed. We've got a few trips for family and like birthdays and stuff, so that'll be impacting what I'm doing. But because I'm working on one thing and it's the first month of school, I think it's a really, really good time to be monogamous for a little while. So that is that. I'm hoping to get this video up tonight. It may be tomorrow afternoon. I just need to get a good sleep tonight because I've had pretty bad sleep the past couple of nights because of the trip and stuff and not being in my own bed. And because school's happening tomorrow, so I need to be up bright and early start. So yeah, so please enter the giveaway if you like any of those patterns. Feel free to follow me on Instagram at lauraxstitches and I'll be able to chat with you on there. Always up for a chat. Love chatting, except if I'm in the classroom, then I can't talk to you. But any other time is pretty much fair game. So thanks so much for watching. I'm getting really caught up on FlossTube. I'm really loving seeing everyone start the year off. It's my favourite time of the year on FlossTube. I love it so much. So I'm really looking forward to seeing your videos if you're making videos. If not, thanks for watching me. And I'll see you at the end of February. Bye everybody.